Hello everybody, welcome to my next set of tutorials that I'm going to go through with you. Today we're going to look at a few quick and easy approaches to creating original data point layers for use in a web app prototype or any web application you would like to develop. The reason I'm doing this is because sometimes we want to create a web app that requires data we just can't find anywhere on the web and that we need to really gather ourselves. Last week we looked at the earthquake data as a means for uploading CSV information. That was all pretty easy and packaged up for us. The reason you want to do this, for instance, is say you wanted to create a custom curated list of locations of maybe every place you've ever lived, or even more specifically, as you'll see in the examples as they go through, restrooms or public restrooms that are available in a town center. This is not stuff you can actually just find online, and it's usually easiest to just go out and get it yourself. So this tutorial will review two different ways to generate an original data layer for use in other applications, but it will also go through using the collector app to collect data, and also we'll review how to use the data or how to view it. So there will be 5 different videos. So let's go ahead and get started with this first section. So this is going to kind of be similar to, what you did for section 2 of the MOOC. We're going to go through ArcGIS for developers and create a layer file through this method. So we'll sign in, and I'm going to sign in with my CWC account. Now, if you recall, you can see everything I've already been testing. Gives away my secrets. We're going to go up to the little layer file up in the right-hand corner and click on that. And we're going to go over here and create a new layer. And we're going to give our layer its outline of information. I'm actually going to give my layer, let's see, I'm going to call it Public Loos. And as usual, you have to give these things tags. No description, I'm not going to bother with that. Keep the points as geometry. And under fields, you're going to include things that you want to actually capture. So say you were in the field capturing data, what other information would you want to include? Maybe you just want to capture the location, but you need to have at least one data field, of course. So here I'm going to type in description. And it's a string because I'm just going to ask for a text. We'll make it required. And we'll add it. Keep in mind as well that the point of this tutorial, and as I'm going through, remember this is not, I'm not designing this stuff for like another end user. I'm designing it just for me to use. So it doesn't have to be perfect. The point is to actually just capture geolocation for a given data point that you're going to then further use in another application. So the stuff I put in isn't going to be super fancy or, you know, tick a bunch of boxes. It's just so that I can generate data. So let's scroll down here further. I'm going to actually allow attached images. I always like to keep that clicked personally because many times you want to capture data out in the field, you actually want to include photos, and that's how you will go about doing it. So we've reviewed that. Let's go ahead and create the layer. Oh, the drama. There we go. So over here, I'm actually just going to go ahead and open in Map Viewer. It's going to take us to ArcGIS Online. So now we have the layer we just created. And here we can actually, you could do a bunch more configuration of this application. In this case, what I'm going to do, the one thing I'm going to do is actually just give ourselves a specific extent or area of the map that we're looking at. In this case, I'm going to just, for learning purposes, focus in on London. Since I used the word Lou, that might have given that away. And I'm going to save this. So give it another title here. We're going to call it Show Me the Loo. It's going to have a tag, of course. It's Loo public. And we're going to save it. Next, we're going to share it. As usual, you want to share with the appropriate groups. Of course, you can always go back and change the sharing privileges. And I'm going to keep Share Current Map Extent clicked in this case. And then I will click Create a Web App. Now, because I'm just wanting to go out and collect my own data, either at the desktop or actually in the field, nobody else is really going to see it. I'm just going to click Collect and Edit Data and select this Edit template here. So I clicked on that. I'm going to create the web app. So of course, input that information, change it if you see fit, click Done. And this takes us to the configuration page, which we have all seen before. Again, since I'm not too concerned about how this looks to the end user other than myself, I'm actually just going to keep all of this the same, all of this. So I'm going to save it. And launch it. Okay, that's actually it for this section. The next section will go over how to actually collect the data and what to do with it.